Good evening and welcome to the Nighttime Heat directed on Prime FM 105.5. This program is also being relayed by Radio Gegema in Nimba County, Radio Kwatika in Bon County, and of course, Radio Wologisi in Lofa County. We are also streaming live tonight on Prime FM Morovia 105. In our YouTube channel. Again, the Nighttime Heat Facebook page and the Nighttime Heat on the YouTube channel. We are streaming live. If you want to watch the show online, just tap a Nighttime Heat. And of course, you subscribe, you hit the notification bell, and of course, you're going to watch the show online. Tonight, we wanted to share the show. It promises to be very, very interesting. Share the show so that your friends, your relatives, your loved ones, your partners can also follow on what's happening tonight on the Nighttime Heat. My panelists will be here. I'm still expecting all of my panelists. I'm sure very shortly they will be in studio. I already have the man, David Erasmus Benedictus Nangwetawe. He's already seated in the studio. He's never committed since he started with this started coming on this program. Let me just acquaint you with what is coming up tonight, the topics, and of course, um, the discussions on those issues that we'll be looking at tonight. It's the ruling unity party, really Lucy Nimba County, amid the low turn up of its fundraising program in Nimba over the weekend. What's happening? The party held its program, were organized by the vice president and other key members of Unity Party serving in the government. But unfortunately, many of the ordinary people didn't show up at all. What's happening is a UP losing, gradually losing Nimba County because that didn't happen when the late Senator Prince Johnson was alive. Was alive. Every time there's a program in Nimba, either for the CDC when you used to associate with the CDC, or either for the Unity Party when you started associating with the Unity Party, hey, they buck off. The citizens will always attend. But what's happening? What happened over the weekend is Unity Party losing its grip in Nimba County. We'll be discussing that along with my panelists. And also, over the weekend, the president, His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boyka, celebrated his birth anniversary. And of course, can you imagine all the government officials were in attendance? But critics say that the celebration was just an opulence. Is it actually that? So how do you describe it? Especially with some 700,000 US reportedly being used on the celebration. Is it true? Well, my panelists will be, talking about that. They'll be weighing on that tonight. The centrist movement has pledged its support to President Joseph Yuma Boyka and the ruling Unity Party. Well, just a day after, a key member of the centrist movement resigned. He said, well, they didn't sign up for that, declaring support for Unity Party and declaring support to President Joseph Yuma Boyka. So he resigned. Well, we hope to go into his resignation letter. My panelists and I to look at the reasons for his resignation as well. And then finally, if time will permit, should lawmakers receive police protection? Two of their colleagues, they wrote a communication to the plenary indicating, requesting that all lawmakers should be assigned police officers. So then what happened for the citizens? What happens? They say that the citizens themselves will not get police or the communities, but the lawmakers say, well, they want police, they want protection. We don't know on what basis. We'll be looking at that tonight as well. Two of my panelists just walked in. Let me try to welcome them to the program and welcome the man David Benedictus Erasmus Nangwetawe quickly to the program. Let me try to welcome them quickly to the program. Benedictus, you've been here first. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Sabah.
How you doing? How was your weekend?
Yeah. Oh,
Were you
fantastic.
in Nimba County?
No.
I thought you
No, no,
went to
no,
to
no,
form
no.
part of the fundraiser.
No, I wasn't there. I wasn't there, but I had an eye there.
Okay, you had an idea. Okay, that's good. George
Fine.
Kennedy, he had an
Can I, why are you laughing?
The journalism, man, you put on.
Yeah, I had an eye.
He had an idea.
I had an eye there.
There should be no problem with that. The man's a media manager. And he has an idea. Okay, Josh, let's hear from you. How you doing? How was the weekend?
Very beautiful. I mean, it started bad, but it ended very good. I mean, I'm very strong and happy. Healthy at that rate.
Yeah.
I was able to do very good medicals, and I'm okay.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, So
Thank God for your health, man.
Yeah, thank God. And you know, we
Okay.
had to do the job for the Liberian
should
people.
it, should it. Well, Ed, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great.
How was the
Yeah.
weekend?
Well, it was good, fantastic as well. I spent a lot of time going through preparing my notes for the week. You know, like I said, we now at the climax of our legal studies, so we have to, do a lot of case brief reading and do a lot of assignments. So far, so good. It was good, and also anticipating for the upcoming bar convention in Nimba this weekend. So
Okay.
yeah,
And the man that's alternating, my man. I knew you would have laughed.
Just moving
Well,
from one
my
point.
weekend was it started good, great. We went to a wedding ceremony. Unfortunately, while we were there, we received this sad news about the passing of an old man in the area who in one of our neighbors. She's like a mother to my family. She passed off. So the whole wedding stuff was just bitter for us. We had to come back quickly, and just yesterday we took a body and from the Catholic hospital we took the body to St. Moses. It was so troubling for us, and of course we want to say our condolences to the family, to the Masley family, and to the daughter and the rest of the family. Will continue stand by you in the final home of the woman. The reason why we were really involved. In fact, we didn't go to service, my family and I, because we had to join the family to go for the body. So it was, but anyway, albeit, thank God that like the Bible says, in every sink we should give thanks. So yeah, so we thank God for that. But gentlemen, welcome again. I know Moses Sandy will shortly join us, and others who also expressed their interest will shortly join us. But apart from these topics, David, let me begin with you. What trending? What meant of interest to you?
Well, look, I'm speaking from experience.
Mhm.
Look, most of the magisterial courts, I know the family is a lawyer, so he may frown on me.
I'm not a lawyer
But
yet.
okay,
You need to be a lawyer.
he's almost a lawyer. I'm not correct on that one.
Yes, you are correct on that.
Prospective lawyer. Look, most of the magisterial courts
Mhm.
are very corrupt.
Mm. Mm.
Yes, of course. Poor man doesn't get justice at most of the magisterial courts. I'm speaking from the experience of the Bushel Island Magisterial Court, where even a sheriff dictates to you as to how much you should give him or her to, to serve your rate. Even at the magisterial court, the person who types the rate, you have to pay the person for typing.
Mhm.
The person who records the rate in the book, you have to also pay it.
Mm.
So I mean, it's a matter of extortion, and that is absolutely wrong. I don't know whether the chief justice or people who support to, I mean, have an oversight on the magisterial courts, whether they're doing their work or not. But the magisterial courts, I mean, there are places where you have to push your case,
Mhm.
you know, by paying a lot of money. Every desk you go to, you must pay. Every desk you go to, you must pay. The man tells you, even if you give if you tell the sheriff that, look, I only have 300, he tells you no, 300 is more, $500. I want this. They dictate to you how much they want, and then nothing. That is absolutely unacceptable. Now, and 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 so, I mean, it's a matter of extortion. They really extorting money from people seeking justice. So justice is for sale at almost all the magisterial courts.
Okay. Let's hear from you, Edwin.
Well,
What's
I
it doing?
actually did not listen to the topics on
Okay,
discussion,
so-
so probably if you can just do a favor for George
Yeah,
and
okay,
yourself.
so we'll be looking at whether United Party is losing ground in Nimakari. It made the poor turn up of the fundraiser in that part of. Well, you guys, these two guys are reading on stuff. They look at each other. So that one of the issues we'll be talking about. I know you guys will look at it from a bit different lens. And besides, we'll also be looking at the president's birthday celebration over the weekend. The president celebrated. There's some critics who think that the celebration was an opulence, especially with the report of some 700,000 United States being used. We don't know how true is it, and so we're going to look at that as well. And then our third discussion, the third one on our agenda, is the issue of the centrism movement. The pledge to support to the president and the Unity Party, and just a day after, a key member of the centrism movement, resigned. We have this letter of resignation. We'll read that, and also going to weigh in what are the centrism movement supposed to declare support to a political institution. We're going to look at that, and then finally, I'm sure, should lawmakers receive police protection? Because two of their colleagues, Romeo Kuya and another guy, they did a communication to the House plenary asking for police protection. So do you think that's feasible? Should that happen? We'll be looking at that as well. So
Yeah, so thank you for the recap. But basically, what I think has been trending again is this whole issue of debate within the legislature. In fact, the budget debate has taken a new trend where Honorable Musa Ability of the CMC is accusing senators, not having the authority to do what they're doing currently with the budget, because the argument has been that they are supposed to pass on all financial instruments, and why is it that the Senate, the Liberian Senate is now looking at the budget and doing, having budget hearing and so forth. So there's this debate between he and Senator Dillon. They're going back and forth. And so, but I think all of these things are geared towards making our democracy functional.
okay.
Because there are laws, the Constitution speaks to those effects as well.
Okay.
So basically, those that have the legal mind maybe could be able to interpret the constitutional provision for that, because it says one house can pass it and then the other house should concur. So during the concurrent process, you have to go into it again and do appropriation or to have hearing. That will be left with the constitutional lawyers to be able to interpret what a particular.
I think normally what happened is that when the House, by right, it should begin with the House.
With the House, yes.
So when the House look at the budget or any major instrument, either they send it to committee room and the committee looks at it and they pass on it. They send it to the Senate. They send it to Senator's committee room, and if the committee agrees, they all concur on it, and then they pass it as well. So, but if it is, if there are hitches there, they think that both houses will form a committee.
That will call it a conference committee.
Okay, so what's on your mind?
So it is very normal. The Senate is trying to prepare itself before the House can pass on this budget. The Senate need to be prepared to what they want, and so that when the House passes the budget, they will see those differences and then set the conference committee to see how they can pass on it. So it's normal. I don't know why Honorable Musa Ability won't be running all his thing, and Dillon will win him again on this debate. So I sent you a video today. You saw a police officer in the screen. There was a pregnant woman lying on the street flat, and so this police officer went and lifted her up, and then see him providing services to that woman, feeding her, giving her money, giving her, all that thing, and I think there were 2 or 3 police officers. The police, when they do wrong, we go after them.
Yeah.
So that police officer, what really they did, those officers those were gallant men and women over there serving humanity. That was the positive side of the police that I saw. And so I thought it was to share. I thought it was a good thing to do. And the police should be more human-centered, people-centered, and, to maintain the peace and stability of the country.
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you to the police director and his team. I ask that, you guys continue and increase this across the country. Let the police keep serving the public in that form and manner. It was good.
All right, thank you. Let me welcome Moses quickly. I understand that Moses on. Moses, welcome to the program. Kindly unmute, Moses. Welcome to the program.
Yes, sorry, Sober, sorry. Are you there?
Yes, we are.
Okay, it's a pleasure, guys. It's a pleasure to be back. Thank you for the opportunity. I hope all is well in Monrovia. At my end here is okay. Thank you.
Okay, so Moses, do you have anything trending before we can begin?
Yeah, two things that are really trending. I would like to piggyback on what my friend and brother, Mr. Kennedy, just spoke about. The kindness of the police officer he was making reference to. However, I want to come from a different angle on this regarding the police. Coincidentally, before coming to this show, I was just watching a video and I saw a female police officer that stood in front of a moving vehicle because she claimed the guy was in violation and she wanted to enforce the law. I know this is very common back home. And when I saw that video, Sober, I said to myself, this is too risky.
Very, very. Yeah.
Because anything can happen. A lot of people drive under the influence, and which is very common in our country. Somebody can be intoxicated. You say, oh, well, I'm trying to prove to be an authority. You stay in front of the vehicle, the person roll you over, and you are dead. You are dead. What would the police do? They bury you. No benefits. No benefits. So what I would like to say to our police officers, do not put yourself in harm's way.
I think that happened recently in Vietnam, right?
Don't put yourself in harm's way.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we do not have reinforcement power. In the developed society, when the police officer pull you over, you refuse to pull over, the person stays right there and call for what? Enforcement, reinforcement. Wherever you go, they will get you. In a country where you don't have such an opportunity, when the person chooses to violate and you have the tag number or the license plate number, just write it down. Don't put yourself in harm's way. They will kill you and nothing will come from it.
You're right. You're right. Yeah.
And the second thing I want to talk about is, so I saw the exuberance. People in Liberia, the Unity Party people all over the place. And then this weekend, and I said to myself, what kind of people are we? I did a little bit of reflection. Today is Unity Party. Everybody is gravitating towards the Unity Party. Oh, the person said, oh, I joined the UP. This is our party. Yesterday, it was the CDC, the same folks who are now flocking to the Unity Party. It was the same folks that celebrated Mr. Weah. Before Mr. Weah, it was the NPP. The same people reign there. We have no political philosophy as a country. We have no political philosophy as a group of people. Everything we do is about self. People looking for job. It's like we just repeat the same thing. I mean, it's like people in a vicious cycle. When it's sober, then we'll all come with rally around sober. When sober is out, then we'll go to Mr. Kennedy. I think our politics is just so deceptive. These are things that really stood out to me. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Moses. Really appreciate what been thrown on your mind. We really appreciate that. Let's try now to go into our discussion. Can we help? Let's try now to go into our discussion quickly. Let's get the video out. The ruling Unity Party in Nimba County held its fundraiser. Unfortunately, reports came up that the turnout was very low, and newspapers are asking whether the party is losing its grip on Unity Party. But let's see what we can watch some video quickly.
Most of the Unity partisans here.
Okay, all right. Okay, that just a bit of what I want to also talk about. Gentlemen, newspaper have been reporting. In fact, we'll try to quote the Liberian investigator. I know David too had an eye there as well. But the report that's coming out of Nimba County, especially as regards the fundraiser that were held, the Unity Party has organized, it's December 6th for the homecoming and the homecoming and fundraiser for the construction of its of its headquarters. And ahead of that, the party also have asked key individuals to organize programs of that same nature ahead of the main program. So over the weekend, the hurricane of the party, including the vice president and others, they organized a program. But unfortunately, the turnout was low, and this we don't know whether it comes as a fallout, from the death of the former political leader or the Senator Prince Johnson, because we know when Prince Johnson associated with the former ruling CDC, anytime Senator Johnson organized a program in Nimba, the program was largely attended by citizens of the county. But then just over the weekend, that was just the opposite. That many of the citizens show up for that program. What is your takeaway? Let me begin with you, David. What are you reading, especially a huge county like that, Nimba County, and besides, it has the vice president currently serving in the government, and besides, it also has some key members of key citizens of the county serving in government for program of that nature to be held, where it's supposed to raise funds for to contribute to the party headquarters, for citizens to boycott or not to attend, for sprinkling number of those people to attend such a very big event, contrary to the days of the late Senator Prince Johnson. What's your
I will look at it from different angles. The first thing it depends on what sort of publicity was done, to what extent that particular occasion was publicized, to get the citizens of Patterson, the Unity Party in our country, aware that there was such a program was to be held there. So if the publicity was poor, you must expect, a very low turnout. And another side of it is that a single event like the one that happened and there was a low turnout can be a determining factor, in my view, that the Unity Party is losing Nimba County. The first thing, the last time I checked, there was a by-election held in Nimba quite recently that brought Simon Koga to power. And it was as a result of the Unity Party alliance. The Unity Party, I know how to call it, the CMC? No, not the CMC, MDR, and maybe an MDR in the Unity Party, and then Simon Koga won overwhelmingly. And I would have said the Unity Party losing popularity, or its popularity is diminishing in Nimba County. If, for example, if 2, 3, 4 elections, by-election or whatever elections were held in Nimba, and the Unity Party lost those elections, one can make it a determining factor that, look, the Unity Party losing grip in Nimba, but that hasn't been the case.
Okay,
it was just a matter of a fundraising rally.
Let me come in quickly.
Perhaps, apparently, the publicity was very poor.
Okay.
Or was not started on time, so many people were not aware of that particular program, and so they went on their different, activities.
Now,
so that could be a factor.
I'm sure you agree with me, Dave, that this is the first of its kind for, like you made reference to the election.
Yeah.
The election was largely attended.
Yeah.
Especially when they had Koga and the rest of them in the race. There were many of the citizens that show up, because
there were reports that there was a low turnout.
In some areas,
there was a low turnout
in some areas, but in large part of Nimba, they had people who attended. In fact, that one gave Koga the opportunity to win elections.
Yeah.
But we are looking at the first of its kind for this to happen. The current program is a very big program for Unity Party, and the Unity Party is contemplating building its party headquarters. I think we saw in Mount Gibby when there was a huge turn up when they held their own program over the weekend, even in Grand Bassa County as well. But for a big county like Nimba County, that always associated with out of the CDC or out of the Unity Party, especially when Senator Johnson was alive, they always used to come in huge numbers. So for this to happen, what bell does it send? What signal? What message does it give to maybe the organizers of the program or maybe the hierarchy of the ruling Unity Party ahead of 2020?
Yeah, that's the same, almost like the organizers may have poorly performed in terms of organizing the whole program. And as I said initially, bad publicity. And it was just one event that was reportedly poorly attended. Can we use that as a determining factor that the Unity Party's popularity is diminishing in Nimba County? That's my concern.
No, granted, I'm coming. Granted that you can term it as or you can see it as a determinant factor. But the fact that this is the first time. It's the first time.
Yes, of course. It raises eyebrows.
Okay.
It raises eyebrows because, as far as we are concerned, Nimba County, one of the counties that gave Unity Party very huge support during the presidential elections, most especially when the son of Nimba is the vice president of Liberia, and his party, the MDR, is part of the Unity Party alliance. So many expected that program, recent program we're talking about now, would have been overwhelmingly attended. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. But my argument is it quite sufficient enough to determine whether
the party is losing grip.
Party is losing grip.
Okay, all right, let me hold you there. Ed, let's hear from you.
Yes, so
your own takeaway from that.
So I'll piggyback from on David, and thank you for keeping the eyes on in Nimba, because I think
every time somebody is interested, you pick it back on them.
I think I think you're actually looking and observing the process very keenly. But let me say this: these kind of processes does not determine the popularity of a political party. Like you rightly said, there could have been factors.
No, then I hold you there. Let me hold you there. When you say this kind of program programs do not determine, no, they do, because if you look, let's be honest here. When Senator Prince Johnson was alive and he was associating with CDC, whenever there was a major program for CDC in Nimba County, there used to be overwhelming attendance. That was when he left the CDC. I can't remember when he left the CDC and went to the Unity Party. There was still, over. So with the death of Senator Prince Johnson and this happening for the first time ever, you don't see it as something major. It doesn't raise it doesn't have any red flag to you.
No, it doesn't. And you actually did not wait for me to end my statement. Let's go back to
when you said these kind of
events, yes, because first of all, you cannot read the popularity of the Unity Party in 2 years when they go to a county to conduct fundraising for the construction.
So then, what happened in Mangibi County?
Okay, now again,
let's compare. Now let's compare
again. Let's look at the various factors. What is the level of the information that was disseminated in Mangibi County? Mangibi has close proximity to Monrovia. I'm coming now.
No.
These are two.
Then put it at poor attendance or poor performance by the organizers of the program in Nimba.
Chief, and that could also be a possibility. That could be, but that in itself does not actually tells us whether a party is popular or unpopular among the people.
But does it send any message? For the first time ever,
I think the message is sent.
Does it send any message for the first time ever for Unity Party to be holding a program in Nimba County, especially a county that has the vice president, and for such a poor turn up? Does it send a message?
I think the message is sent is that when we're having these kind of event, basically for fundraising, we need to do more publicity. We need to have more. We need to make sure that we get the people to come to this event.
In essence,
and Nimba is vast.
Essence, the planners of that program, of the Unity Party program in Nimba County, they didn't do a good job.
What you can allude that as a factor to as well.
Okay, let's go to.
Like I said, Nimba is big.
Okay, let me hold you there and go to George quickly. George, let's hear from you.
The purpose of that program, while one person attended, 2 person attended, was to raise funds. And the fundraising processes there through mobile money, through lots of other means to raise the funds.
Then I differ with you. No. I come here. Then I differ with you.
What was the purpose of that program?
Yes, was to raise funds. But you expected, I'm coming. But you expected that majority of your citizens would have been in attendance.
No.
Oh, you didn't expect that?
That was not a rally. That was not a political rally for political purposes.
No. Then I differ with you.
Yeah, you got it right.
I come in. When you talk about political
to say what campaign?
No, I come in. Then you're missing the mark, because the purpose of that program was to raise funds to build a political party.
Listen, you didn't allow me to learn.
No, I allow you to learn.
But give them Mr. Tagbe, I want you to give it to me.
I allow you to learn, but you can't.
Because I want to see or hear the numbers from Nimba.
Okay, go ahead.
Then I would know whether they really attended at all.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you, if people call for fundraiser and there is a platform, or there are platforms that you can still anywhere in your village and make your contribution, you don't need to go there.
Share it to the people.
No.
That's So what happened in Mangibi County?
What they did do? That's the way they wanted to do that.
Mangibi County had a very huge turn up. The huge turn up in Mangibi was a message of Unity Party.
It left with the organizers.
Not organizers. The huge turn up in Mangibi was a message for Unity Party that we support you, Unity Party,
Yeah.
and we support the cause for the construction of the party headquarters.
Okay, so
if people didn't turn up in Nimakara, you want to say because they told
so
the
if
people
people turn on in Magidi in their droves
uh-huh.
and they raise less money.
And they,
Wait. The purpose of that program was to raise money. That's it. Don't forget.
no, not only to raise money.
They wanted to showcase party strength.
Showcase or
No. Then you missed it.
No, that wanted to raise money.
No.
Okay, let me.
So no, you can't be the line of the land, please. Now we're going to break.
No. Also show strength. That's what
Somebody already fair to pay. How you going to show political strength?
I'm asking fair to you. Okay, go ahead. I'll give you a
Yes, so what?
I'll give you 2 seconds.
Yes,
The purpose of that particular gathering and the gathering across the country was to raise funds to build the party headquarters in those counties. You know they necessarily have to go.
Why
You
the
can put the
I'm
people
coming now?
together.
I'm coming. Let me hold you there. So why the people in Unity Party, the Unity Party partisans, why did they turn up in the
Ibasa,
in Mandalay?
that's how their county leaders decide to do it.
No, because the organizers of the whole program in Makane flopped. That's the reason why.
That's your opinion.
Let's hear from you, Moses.
Moses will support you.
You see there? You see there?
He might be whatever.
My man, we're not going to be
He might be
talking.
whatever.
We're not going to be talking across the floor
So
yet.
that no for this.
We're not going to talk across the floor. Moses, come.
No question to that.
Look, let's be reasonable here. And let's be rational people. The rally in Nimba, the rally in Magibi, they had 2 intentions. The objectives were 2: to show your political strength.
Surely.
How cohesive this political party is called Unity Party. You wanted to display that. That is not debatable.
No, true.
You also intended to raise money. So you had 2 objectives. You said political rally. It's an assembly of people. You bring people together. How powerful you are. That's what you wanted to show. And you also wanted to demonstrate that. You also wanted to demonstrate that, hey, you have the numbers and you can raise the money. We can't say, oh, well, you can stay at home. Do you know how much those people invested into that? You went to Nimba. I cannot use it to say, oh, well, the Unity Party is unpopular in Nimba County, because that would not be fair to the UP. However, what I can say is that if I were a member of the Unity Party in leadership, we begin to take a stock. What happened in Nimba? Where did we go wrong? What do we need to fix? But Mr. Kennedy, you can't tell me say this was not intended to show the people of Nimba that you still have that support. It is not debatable. You went to raise money and you wanted to show how powerful you are in Nimba County.
Let the numbers come on. Let the numbers from Nimba come on. Some of you raise there.
Gentlemen, no, we're not talking about what a number comes on.
When there was a fundraiser,
No,
December
it was
6th,
also intended
December
to
6th is
show
the political
strength.
rally.
Now, gentlemen, this
You will
is
see why you walk freely in Monrovia.
Gentlemen, we're not talking about Monrovia yet.
That will be a political rally.
We let to narrow things down to Monrovia. We're talking about you having strength in No. We're talking about how you're going to show your strength in the
Beside Magibi, Basa. Beside Magibi, Basa, Nimba, and Bon. Where else?
You spoke. I think it's my time. Now, the thing is, and which apparently my colleagues don't want to accept, we all been in Liberia. We didn't travel. When the late Senator Prince Johnson was alive, Senator Prince Johnson, when he was associating with the CDC, and there's a program in Nimba, you will pull the number. You will see the huge number of citizens joining the program or attending the program. He died. Or before then, he crossed over to Unity Party and started giving support to Unity Party. The same thing. Every time there's a program in Nimba County, Senator Johnson will rally the citizens.
That was campaign time.
No, that was not campaign time. Even political rallies, he will always rally the people.
You
You don't want to accept that. No, you don't want to accept
the
that.
fact that Senator Johnson joined the Unity Party
I'm speaking.
during the campaign time.
You spoke your mind. Let me speak.
Let
Let me speak.
Okay, sir.
So Senator Johnson will always pull the number. Now he's dead and gone. We see what's happened in Nimba County. After the whole election with Koga and the rest of them, we heard about some altercation between Koga and the vice president.
But you saw them together in
Hey, well, man, you're not going to be putting water in my mouth here. You said, and I said, we're not going to cross talk the friend.
Okay,
Please, you spoke your mind. Senator Koga and the VP, they had an altercation. They were not on speaking terms. After a certain time, we heard about another issue of bad blood developing between Wilma Pitt and the vice president again. And the two are from the Gio tribe, the Koga and Pitt. Now, with what is happening in Nimba County, can someone say it shouldn't raise a red flag for Unity Party? A major program of that nature intended to show strength and also to raise revenue, to raise resources for the construction of the party headquarters in the county. And you saw the low level of individuals, you saw the low number of individuals that attended that program. Can someone say it doesn't warrant the Unity Party hurricane maybe in Monrovia to take stocks and so to ask questions about what has gone wrong? Like you said, Tabwe, apparently poor organization. And you expect that to happen. If the Unity Party will not take stock or will not sit down and begins to answer all the questions, there could be a problem for Unity Party in Nimba in 2029. Because as you speak, there's some altercations between some higher ups of the party. There's altercations. Besides, you got the CMC of Musa Belede also pulling numbers of some of the citizens. So then what happens to the ruling Unity Party? At the end of the day, the MDR will not be able to deliver Unity Party or deliver Nimba to Unity Party. So with the low turnup, George, are you saying that it's not an issue to raise concern for the Unity Party hurricanes to say, look, we need to know what happened in Nimba County, for which many of the people didn't show up. Major program of that nature to show strength and to also collect resources or collect money from the people. It's sufficient enough. Then you want to sit there to say, no, I'm
you gave yourself more than 5 minutes to speak.
You agree that it's sufficient enough.
Debate it. I don't agree.
I know you agree that it's sufficient. Is it not sufficient enough?
Why not sufficient?
No, quite frankly, that should be a matter of concern to the
It's a matter of concern.
And
It's not sufficient
but to me, just one incident of that nature cannot be a determining factor to conclude that the Unity Party's popularity in Nimba is diminishing. As far as I'm concerned, I would have agreed with you or others who thinking in the same direction. Look, after the elections, 2 or 3 by-elections were held in Nimba County, and the Unity Party lost them all to the opposition. Then it can be a solid ground on which one can stand to make a determination that the party is losing popularity or its popularity is diminishing in Nimba. But just a fundraising rally, as I continue to say, it could be that, look, full organization can make a program to be fully attended. I mean, the level of publicity.
Let me hold you there. If we compare the turn up in Mount Gibby, the turn up in Grand Bassa, with that of the turn up in
you're talking about 2 or 3 different settings. The situation in Nimba would not be like the situation in Grand
That's
Bassa.
different
it means that
organizers.
I'm coming. If in Mount Gibby and Grand Bassa there was a huge turn up, so it means that in Nimba the organizers didn't do well.
Well,
let me welcome, please.
That I can agree with. That the organizer in Nimba didn't do well,
Fine.
and the organizer in Boston and McGibby did well.
Yes,
in
well.
terms of
I
organization.
You always my brother with that. I come in, Moses. Let me welcome Representative Smo Morba quickly. Just join us. Rep, welcome to the program and congratulations.
Please join your please show your green t-shirt, Chief.
Man, they've been out here for party thing. Congratulations, Rep. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so
Oh, but Joy, you so happy, man.
I'm not happy. I wanted to come run against you, but you blessed.
You even run against that man, I'll beat you flat down. Yeah, Moses, you can come in quickly. Moses, kind of
what I would like to say here is the point you are making, you're not in any way insinuating that the popularity of the UP in Nima has diminished. That is not what you are saying. You are basically saying the load. Yeah, man. Let's
Moses, go ahead. Don't mind Kennedy.
Yeah.
No man, Kennedy is an insider.
Yeah, it's obvious. It's obvious that his opinion will always align with the ruling party. I understand that.
Okay.
But
very good.
yeah. So what I was saying is that Mr. George, you are basically saying that what happened in Nima raises concern, and Mr. Kennedy is being dismissive. Oh, it doesn't matter. Mr. Famula is also being dismissive. And people who are in leadership position, when things happen, you don't be dismissive. You take a serious look at what went wrong. How did this happen? What can we do to improve the situation? So if you've been dismissed, oh, it doesn't matter, tomorrow that can come to haunt you.
After one day in 2029, when you see lots of the citizens of Nima candidate, that voting
It is that ball we want to play.
Yeah.
We're not going to preempt.
Moses, you spoke already. Let me bring the representative in quick. Oh, you going off? Okay. Yes, sir. Please, 1 minute. You listen to the nighttime heat on Prime FM 105.5. Well, you guys when I see the show. You when I see the show.
Why you call me?
You when I see the show.
Because we disagree, so somebody.
Yo, when I see the show. No, but
most of them are raising money. America spending on this. You need it by today.
No, because Moses said you need to that proceeding well.
But basically, Slobo, I think.
Go ahead.
If you study the Liberian political landscape, at every interval, at every activity comes with its own euphoria.
Okay.
So what happened in Nimba was a process of raising money, where you wouldn't expect for people to come in that drove to come and stand in line to do X, Y, Z, or so. Now, when the late senator was alive, there was not a time he even went for a fundraising rally for any of these parties. He drove of people coming out. Whenever the late senator went to Nimba or Ganta for gathering, it was for a political process, and then they would bring almost all of his people will come out. So until we can reach to that margin where we say, okay,
the issue is campaign. We have to transition. The issue is the issue is the program was held basically to show strength.
Not showing strength.
But your spoke. But you still insisting on this thing. You spoke on it for 10 minutes. That one Nima kind of whip you in that. So that one Mangibi whip you in that.
Not hear the funding resource. Not hear how much they raise.
No, that's not an issue of raise. See the amount of people that show up in Mangibi. See the amount of people that show up. It tells you that the leaders in Mangibi, the leaders from Unity Party in Mangibi, they perform very well than the leaders in Nimakani. Okay, gentlemen, let's follow transition because you know that true. You don't want back wrong here. You know that true. Okay, gentlemen, so let's talk about you're listening to the Nighttime Heat directed on Prime FM 105.5. We are streaming live on Prime FM Monrovia 105.5. We are also streaming live on our Facebook and our YouTube channel. Want to watch the show online and also share this show so that your friends, your relatives, your loved ones, your partners can also follow what's happening tonight on the Nighttime Heat. Gentlemen, the president over the weekend celebrated his birthday. And we saw that nearly all the government officials were in Bomi County wishing the president happy birthday. But there have been some critics who think that the whole celebration was just an opulence, Western. They in fact put a figure of $700,000 being spent on just a mere celebration. Let's hear from you, Ed.
Well, I don't know who actually within the president's office or within the executive mansion that brought the budget out right away right after the birthday celebration. So that's actually astonishing.
Okay.
But you see, sometimes rumors spread, and I think the president's birthday was spent quietly with his people. In fact, you cannot classify this as an opulent birthday. We've been here, we've seen our leaders celebrate their birthday wearing, in fact, government ministries and agencies are now working. People have to go in drove to the president's residence to go and wish them or so. And then if you don't go, somebody will tell the president, but they may not clear, because your birthday, they didn't come around and blah, blah, blah.
So that on that basis.
But this was chief of
I'm just asking that so that on that basis, that government officials will go to attend the birthday.
Many of them will do that because of the kind of leaders that we've had. They listen to the gossip, they listen to what
that
people
we've had
want
and
to
we
them.
still have.
No, that we have.
Okay, that we had. Or
No,
we have?
that we have had.
And we still have.
No. So this one, at least the birthday. So this birthday was on the weekend, and he took it to his people in Bomi. Right? I don't think the president asked ministers to drive up to go and see him.
Okay.
They decided themselves to go and
there,
see him, to celebrate with him because to reach
You were
80.
there? You were there?
No. I don't attend birthday.
So you risk being fired, my man.
I don't. No. But I've never been appointed by anybody.
No, be fired by your boss.
I'm a civil servant. No. There are laws.
Transfer LDC will transfer you.
No. There are laws. There are labor laws. There are labor laws that protect those things.
But you can be transferred.
Yes.
What if
All right, so we recommend to the executive mansion to transfer you.
they can
No,
transfer?
no.
You didn't go to the
Executive mansion has no authority over
No,
No, they
that.
will just call your boss to transfer you.
And-
And that's already they have.
And guess what? It doesn't take away my salary.
Okay.
I keep my salary. I keep all of my
Yeah, but
benefits.
we'll bring you at a low level.
No.
No.
Bring the law in.
As a manager, I remain a manager. So if you do that, then now you bring in the legal side of me, to take you on. But
On a
just to
serious
put it, on a very serious note,
Yeah.
I don't think the president invited government officials.
Okay.
I know a lot of government officials did not go, but other people went there to show solidarity, and it's a blessing. The Bible says 3 screws and 10, which is 70. My late mother used to say, once you pass 70, you're now on your own. At the age of 81, I think it's a blessing that many of those guys, those young, government officials went there to just say, I think the Lord has blessed our leader. He's aging. He still have the strength. He still have the wisdom, the fastness. So I think it's a milestone to celebrate. But it's
So
one
the
thing that
issue
putting
of the
a whole
budget,
budget. I don't
it's not true. Okay.
No, that's not
Yes,
true.
George.
Why you can't go to Moses?
No, I'm talking to you. What are you afraid of?
So no, I'm not afraid. Frankly,
You were at the.
it was no. I didn't go.
So you risk being transferred to.
No, I'm so happy. In fact, I'm prepared for anything. I didn't go there.
Okay.
There was no invitation sent to any public office that say, "Oh, the president celebrating birthday, so public officials should go there." No,
Okay.
there was no
So people went there on their own.
On their own. Even some personal friends of mine drove there on their own.
Yeah, we want to go.
The old man actually wanted to have quiet time on his farm.
So speak to the
So-
proposed or alleged
I
budget.
can discuss something that somebody just flying with.
It's not true.
I know if that budget is not budgeted for in our fiscal. Look in our whole budget line for 2025 and see what president birthday party. So those guys, most of them don't have anything to say, but so they will just spew numbers. They said $10 million being spent in Lofa. Nobody know what the
You want to dispute that also?
assessment they did, the cost,
You want
the
to
cost of the
dispute that
project,
also?
the cost of the project are disputed.
When no,
Let us-
I
let us
can't
say-
remember you there. When the government spokesman
Yeah.
didn't dispute the cost of the project.
But I'm saying
Government spokesman.
that cost is still in the air. It's still in the air.
No, you want us to go somewhere.
Yeah, we can go there. I'm
When
ready.
the government spokesman didn't dispute the cost of the project.
Nobody
The only
asked
thing
him.
he said, about a 4-year project was that the project it's being carried out by the MRU.
The question
And
that
the
I said
MRU
was who carried on the project. The question was not about the cost of the
No, but
project.
then you should have also reacted.
Why we
All right,
instigate
all right,
that
let's
on it?
So we are not talking about project.
Okay, let's leave
We are
the
not
project
talking
now for the
about
birthday, right?
yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the birthday, right? The birthday, checking the entire budget and show me the budget lines. I say because it's a budget, right?
Mhm.
Let them show it to me. If it is there that the legislature passes, then it becomes law. It was legal. You get it. So if you tell me that the president spent
But where is
the president spent so amount of money on his birthday,
Let me ask you.
it means it's
Let me ask you.
that was not budgeted for, which is not the
Where,
case.
where in this whole Liberia or the whole country that a president will be celebrating his birthday and they will infuse that in the national budget?
Todman
Todman did it.
did it over and over. Let me tell you something. You can go back
Let's go
to the
ahead.
history and
Go
see.
ahead.
Every Todman birthday, if I had to spend it most of the time, if I own a yacht, having party.
In fact, during
If
Todman's
that
birthday,
the president that
Todman
enjoyed
government
this country
officials,
just-
You can't talk together.
including ambassadors,
No. I will not
for them
conclude
to
it.
come back home.
I will not conclude it. So you can't talk together.
Okay, all right.
If you guys are peddling the same line, you can talk together. Yeah.
So
it's clear that you're peddling the same
Todman
line.
used to be
Go ahead.
mandatory.
Yeah, okay.
Senate though, I saw that one used to be mandatory. In fact, the Niade made that day holiday.
Holiday, of course.
Okay, May 6th, the Niade made a holiday in Liberia. It was mandatory. From the military decree up to the time he won the election,
Mhm.
it was mandatory. So we saw that. I didn't see H.R. Taylor to be mandatory.
Mhm.
As much as he was a rebel leader, I
Mhm.
didn't see it.
Jerry, I won't make it.
Okay, I didn't see Madam Salif Town to be mandatory. All right, some of the leaders came in our history, they made it mandatory. I have not seen it in President Bouakai time to make it mandatory.
Mandatory the house.
Like to say all government officials, my birthday, you gotta go there.
But
You have to attend.
okay.
So
Let's
I
hear
didn't
from
see
you.
that until.
Yes,
You spoke already?
no, I haven't
Okay.
spoken, except you want to.
No, go
No,
ahead.
yeah, I mean, Mr.
Somewhere it's
Congressman.
obvious that whenever the president of a country is having such an occasion,
Mhm.
it would attract officials of government. But I'd like to talk particularly about the amount attached to the celebrations.
Mhm.
The first thing you have to know, how many person did the president invite to that birthday?
Mhm.
I think it's a number of person that anyone who having such an occasion invite is what they mentioned in terms of spending. So first of all, I don't know how many person invited. The other thing is that, I mean, those who claiming that 700,000 was spent at that one birthday, I don't know what shred of evidence have they provided. Another thing again is that we've seen ordinary Liberians having birthdays in this country, and they can be extravagant. What's about a president? The president enjoys some amenities, and one of the amenities is that the president receives daily allowance or daily allowance beside his salaries. Besides that, he's a president. There's so many people who make contribution. I understand someone even contributed a cow. So, under such circumstances, most especially a vast majority of the people that complain about difficult times, and President Bouakai's political opponents will use that as a means of playing on the minds of the people and politicizing the whole thing. But no one has proven, even those who are making such a claim, they haven't proven. They haven't provided any shred of evidence to prove that, yes, of course, the president used 700,000. So it's a matter of politics, in my view. Yes, of course, the president must have spent some reasonable amount of money to entertain a guest, because not necessarily government officials are there. International people from the international community in the diplomatic corps were also there. And so some of these things, they even happen, not necessarily President Bouakai.
Okay.
When Ellen Johnson Sirleaf had some occasions of this nature, similar concerns were raised.
Yeah, sure.
When Joya had birthday parties and other parties, similar concerns were raised. And they can just be mere insinuations. People just to play on the minds of the ordinary people.
Okay.
You know,
Let's
so,
go
no one has come up to no one has come to
There's
provide.
absolutely no way you guys are coming to provide. Let's hear from you. Moses, let's hear from you.
Yeah.
Moses, provide something. You are on camera. I call him Moses. Moses, 1 minute. You are on camera. And David Tagba has spoken. You shaking the man's hand because the man has spoken in your interest. Let's hear from you, Moses.
Oh God.
Well, look, from my end,
I know you're not shaking Moses' hand.
Yeah, from my end, as a media person, somebody with name recognition, I will not easily fall for the speculation of the $700,000 that people claim that the president spent for his birthday, because I do not have the evidence. And if I say, okay, this is true, people will question my integrity.
Surely.
Until proven. Okay, but one thing that I will beg to differ with Mr. Famula on here is this. The way we do things back home is quite different from other societies. He said, oh, well, you know, no one was coerced. Mr. Famula, let me tell you, there's a word called indirect coercion. If you are the Minister of Finance, today is the president's birthday, whether you got invitation or not, if you don't show up, the colleagues in the government will tell the president, you see, Mr. President, we told you, a man has no regard for you. He didn't show up. That's how we do it. You live in our country, even at your place, LEC, when maybe one of your top directors having event, you don't show up. People use that against you. And you will be a cabinet minister, the president is celebrating his birthday, so but man, I don't have to go, except you are abroad or you are under serious engagement. Other than that, you will show up. Not only showing up, you will also take a gift. That's how we do it. So all the guys who went down there, they went there to protect their jobs. Other than that, people would have used this situation against them. Oh yeah, man, what even did anything, chief? Some people will even call you over, man, tomorrow is the president's birthday. What are you bringing? Is it not true? People contributed. So sometimes when we talk, we want to come across as rational people. Don't just talk because you want to talk. But let's be human. Yes, thank you.
This is where I can always disagree with Mr. Sanders.
Yes, go ahead, quickly.
Some of the expressions, if you are referring to Mr. Famules, you're reacting to him. You don't use the word. Now we don't talk the way we want to talk. I think, you know, those words, they don't go well for your individual panelists. But that's the problem I have with Mr. Sandy most of the time. You have the right to differ. You have the right to differ. But your expression, your utterances towards the individual, you have to be mindful. The person sitting in the seat, the speaker knows from what perspective he's speaking. You know from what perspective you are speaking. Let's try to show some respect.
And Moses, we all have our own opinion. So you have the right to say what you want to say. I have the right to say what I want to say. I have no evidence. You have no evidence to say that people were asked to bring something for President Boubacar's birthday. You have absolutely no evidence. You don't expect me to tread the way how you want to tread. No, I will never do that. I'm educated as you are. And you have some apart. You can differ. But I know where I work, nobody asked me to go to President Boubacar's birthday. I've never heard any ministers saying that I've been asked to go to attend President Boubacar's birthday. And for one reason, he took his birthday out of Monrovia and took it on his farm. If he wanted for it to be compulsory, he would have had it at his house at rehab. There's a reason why he took it out of town. And this birthday was on a Sunday. President Barkas knew very well that people have to go to church. He's not going to mandate people to leave that church, and their family-owned weekend to go to his farm to celebrate him. No. There are a lot of ministers that I know that did not go up there. I can say this.
Okay. Moses, you want to come in quickly because I want to bring a
Yes,
representative.
I just want to come in quickly. I did not use the word mandatory. I used the word indirect coercion. So these are two different words.
Nobody indirectly coerced anybody.
Listen now, my man, and you spoke. Let me talk. Indirect coercion. The man doesn't have to say it. Given the kind of society we have, when your boss is doing something which you have the right to either be a part of or not, but because people are doing it and you don't want to be seen as an outsider, you will be indirectly coerced.
No, that's not true.
To be my man, listen, man. Let me express myself.
No, you spoke, let the man speak.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is common. Even look, it's not unique to Liberia. It happens all over the world. Certain things happening, you don't want to be seen as an outsider, you will conform. That's indirect coercion. This is what I meant.
Okay.
Or you said that the venue, the man took his birthday to bomb me. Come on, man. Venue, did you not see a public officials trooping to bomb me? Did you not see that?
The contentious issue that Kennedy raised is not a matter of coerce or indirectly coerce. I think the issue, Kennedy's observation is that Moses is always addressing his fellow panelists in a condescending manner, and that is inappropriate. Am I lying? Is that not, that's his concern?
Okay, gentlemen,
that's a contentious.
Let's move on. Representative Small Malba, welcome again to the program.
Yo, thank you, Saber. Thank you. And I would like to say good evening to everyone.
You when you came earlier, we're talking about the whether the United Party was losing ground in Nema, but we've already through with that. We are currently on the issue of the president's birthday. That some critics who think that the birthday was just an opulence, using according to them using some $700,000 when there are people who have not eaten, and such money being used. But though it's being said by critics. So what do you stand? What's your takeaway? You from the national legislature, maybe you saw something passing through your office and other places with $700,000 only for the president's birthday celebration. You saw anything of that nature? What's your takeaway?
Thank you, Saber. First of all, I would like to say this. Even those that are elected, we are human beings. And in our life, we have three major occasions, which is marriage, birth, and last people say death. So being part of the setting of human being, one have to celebrate. It's part of our life, our everyday thing. So in order to celebrate, I think what the president did wasn't wrong. It was in the interest of trying to give gratitude to those that work along with him. Because in everything, there is a saying, work without play, double, right? So having a group of people, managing a group of people, managing people in power, and you thought it wise to celebrate your birthday, I think there's nothing wrong about that. And let me tell you, those that are talking about the president celebrating blah, 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 blah. Let's look at the United States of America. The vice president of America, Andrew Johnson, celebrated his birthday, right? And he used some form. At that time, there were people in America who were hungry. But yet and still, he did that to show gratitude to those around him.
Rabbi, are you saying that you want to compare the American society with that our society? Is that what you're saying?
It happened.
No, please. Now you guys asking the question.
They try
I said to you,
nothing.
you're not dominating
You
your
were
unity
nowhere.
party. No,
Andrew Johnson here.
you're not dominating your unity party.
They were
Why
nowhere.
is your opportunity you're not dominating? No, but I'm asking the Rev. Rev, are you comparing?
Yeah.
Are you brave to compare America with Liberia?
I'm comparing the condition at that time. At that time, America was nowhere. When you compare America at that time to Liberia, we are the same now, right? So to see people just saying that, oh, you know, the president used a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. Remember now, you have people who gave gifts. There were people who were appointed, and they deemed it necessary. This man had touched my life. I need to give back to this president, right? There were people who gave willingly. They were not based upon coherence. No. The president did not go on radio and say, attend my birthday. Let me tell you about even the majority bloc. There are people in the majority bloc that did not go for this program. And the president never held them responsible. So the notion, the mentality, we need to desist from that, right? Everyone has the right to have an occasion, like a birthday occasion, right? So I see nothing wrong with that.
Okay. You're listening to the
like to
night
justify the amount. You know, like people, yes, so justifying the amount, 700K. I just hearing that thing. You are part of the committee? You are part of the birthday committee? No. You're not part of the birthday committee. So how you derive with that amount?
Okay, all right, Rebbe, you made your point. You listen to the Nighttime Heat Red on Pram FM 105.5. Again, we are streaming live on Pram FM Monrovia 105.5. We are also streaming live on our Facebook page. That's the Nighttime Heat Facebook page, and also streaming live on our YouTube channel. That's the Nighttime Heat YouTube channel. We want you to share the show so that your friends, your relatives, your loved ones, your partners can also follow what's happening tonight. Gentlemen, let's talk about the centrism movement. You know, over the weekend, yes, on Saturday, I was trying to watch it. The centrism movement, and let me read this so we can get it right. The Liberia political centrism movement, the LPCM, led by Councillor Kamil Bagbala, has formally pledged its support to President Joseph M. Boakai and his administration's approach to governance and national development. Heading a high-level LPCM delegation during a recent meeting with the president, Bala said the group's endorsement followed a long period of observation of President Boakai's effort, just 2 years, a long period of observation of President Boakai's effort.
Why are you laughing again?
The two guys they are sharing notes.
Oh God! No, because
you guys were from the Unity Party. Get rid of me loud.
you see, all the people from the Unity Party. You will see Unity Party people.
Heading a high-level LPMCM delegation during a recent meeting with the president, Bala said the group's endorsement followed a long period of observation of President Boakai's effort to unite the country and stir it towards sustained progress. He said the LPMC consider it necessary to back the administration agenda and offer its cooperation. Okay, they back the administration's agenda and also offer their cooperation. Bala described the LPMC as a movement of professionals from diverse political backgrounds, including many from the Congress of Democratic Change, as well as individuals without formal political affiliations. Despite their varied histories, he said members shared belief in mature politics, national advancement, and prioritizing Liberia above partisan divisions. Okay, let me leave it that way, gentlemen. Do we have a tip there? I'm trying to get a tip quickly. Bagbala, let's hear from him. Bagbala, when he used to be with the First Unity Party with the CDC. Let's try to play this video, and then I can come in with my question quickly. Let's listen to the video.
The CDC and President Weah will win in the first round on his record
from the president. So all your candidates, representatives, senators.
I've seen primarily, and I speak as national spokesman
Until we
for
did
the
a bit of
campaign for the re-election of the president. My primary concern is the re-election of the president. When I go to bed, I'm thinking about the re-election of the president.
So what about
when I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking about the re-election of the president. I am not saying that senators are not important or representatives are not important, but what is most important to me and occupies my time when I engage is the re-election of the president.
Okay.
Now let me say this. You talk about their weaknesses, right? In order to illuminate their weaknesses, I must start from our strength. Our strength is that President Weah will win these elections by a wide margin on his record. And their weakness is they have no records. I can tell you our easiest competitors. We can line up. You just quiz me about education. We can start on education and we look at our our closest competitors. They have no records on education. If we can start on healthcare and we look at our closest competitors, the other one 42 years in government, the other one running around for Coca-Cola abroad, all of them, they got no record on healthcare. We can look at infrastructure and ask them their record. Again, President Weah has more record. And you see, I'm talking about both historical record and current record. I'm saying just one election because some of them.
Okay, all right. So, gentlemen, that's Kanu Babada, who's heading the centrism movement, and just on Saturday, they pledged support to President Boakas and the Unity Party administration. We heard him talking, trying to tout all the achievements of former President George Weah, in fact, during the election. Just after 2 years, the man has changed gear and now so he's supporting President Boakas. When yesterday he was blowing the horn for our president. Gentlemen, what do we see there in our political landscape? Deception, chicanery. What do we see there? Let me begin with you, Moses, quickly.
Look, thank you so much. Look, I like the historical reflection. In journalism, we say the medium is what? The message.
The message.
Look at the man. Look at this man. Yesterday, he said Mr. Boakas had no history of success. The UP has no history of success. And today, he called himself a centrist. Let me provide some education here. When we speak about centrism, what does that mean? Centrism focuses on a group of people, or centrists are a group of people who try to strike the middle ground. They don't take sides. They are not conservatives. They are not laborers. The conservatives are those who are opposed to change. They want to maintain the tradition. Like in the United States here, the Republicans are conservatives. The laborers are the Democrats who are willing to change along with things happening. We do not have that in Liberia. Our political parties are driven by the philosophy of individuals who support those political parties. So back to what Mr. Councillor Babada is preaching, centrism. How can you claim to be a centrist, meaning that you are neutral? You are providing the middle ground. You want to champion the good of the country. It is not bad to champion the good of the country. Say, hey, Mr. Boakas, you are doing good. It is not bad. Mr. Weah, you did good. It is not bad to say that. But if you say you are a centrist and you work in the office of the speaker as media consultant, where is your centrism? Where's your neutrality? I have watched this guy repeatedly on talk shows Everything from the executive mansion, everything from the Unity Party. This man stands in defense of them. Even the Lofa project that is being scrutinized. The man will claim to be a centrist. The man will say he's speaking for the good of the country. He sanctions that. Isn't that double standard? That's what again.
Okay.
Look at the messenger. Look at the messenger. We say what? The medium is the message. Look at the messenger. Yesterday it was CDC. The man was campaign spokesman. The other day he was with Liberty Party. He has no political consistency. Everything he's doing is driven by what? Self-centeredness, greed, wanting to gain political relevance. That's what he's looking for. He should not mislead the people. And Lazarus, let me tell you, somebody I sent you the message just today. The executive officer of the centrist movement resigned.
No, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. I got the rest of it.
He said the councilor let them down.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Let them down.
Let me hold you there, Moses. Let me hold you there.
Let me stop there.
Representative Morba, you can come and watch your takeaway.
All right, Sober, I see it differently from what Moses is saying. First of all, we have three acts that we could look at. One from our Constitution, the Article 17, 17, Chapter 3, says that every individual has the right to associate or disassociate from any assembly. That's the first thing. It also go in line with Article 21 of the 1966 International Framework Human Rights Law Convention, right? Is there. So every individual has the right, no matter what. So Kanye has his right. And let me tell you about governance and ethics in alignment with vision. You can have an institution that you are part of. You can have an agenda that you have executed. But then you see another.
Reb, let me ask you a question before you go further. Reb, let me ask you a question. You quoted the article and you said every individual has the right to associate with any organization or whatever it is. Now, the point I was trying to the point I was trying to find. The point I was trying to look at here, Reb, is that yes, it's true, you have the right. But can you, if you demonize, let's put it that way, demonize an association for another, do you think if you intend to change gear, to begin to support the individual, the institution you earlier or previously demonized, do you think is something appropriate that people will just look at you and clap for you? Let's hear from you.
Let me say this. I listen to a lot of people who say that Liberian politics is about where the sun shines, that where everyone wants to hang their clothes. And I left from the All Liberian Party, and we have one or two differences. And I have seen the success. I believe in one united front. So likewise, Kanye, if you see a front line that is united, where you bring up, similar mind together, so that we can push the agenda of the country, where our people can benefit, I think it's important for everyone.
Yeah, but Moses is saying, I'm coming, Reb, I'm coming. Yes, you can support who you want to support, but you don't have on what you call centrist movement. And he told you exactly who a centrist is. Do you agree with
the wrong part? That's the wrong part. That's the wrong part. I agree with you. That's the wrong part. I think for Kanye, right? You can come out as an individual. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Let's hear from you.
So yes, I would take it from the angle that the honorable start from. Moses has the right to define what centrism is. Kanye also has the right to define how he sees it and how he understands it. And if Kanye decide today that he wants to go and support a president that he thinks is doing good for him and for his people, he has every right. None of us here have the moral to condemn him or to criticize him for choosing to do what he wants to do. Yesterday, he affiliated with the CDC. It is his right. And nobody can take that away from him.
Nobody, come here. Nobody does have the moral, like you said. But equally so, when you demonize an institution because of one institution, and after you've seen that the institution that you're supporting had failed, you go back to demonize the one that you initially, you go back to support the one that you initially demonized. How do you see people take you?
Well, there's a word that says wise man changes. Yesterday, he may have seen it from a different...
They said wisdom? Is that what you call wisdom?
Well, of course it could be.
No, it could be.
No.
Is that what you call wisdom?
Of course it is. Okay. All right, because yesterday...
From your perspective.
Yesterday...
From your legal perspective. You are an upcoming lawyer. What perspective? That wisdom there?
Whatever perspective you see it. As an individual, he thinks, he analyzes, he understands, and he sees it to say, look, I think what I did yesterday, I actually looked at this from a different perspective.
Okay, let me hold you there.
President Bouakai was not president when he said all of those things, right? And he was fighting.
He said all of those things about what?
Whatever Moses tried to allude to, that he said all of the negative things about President Bouakai.
No, don't confuse us.
So was the time.
No, hold it. Don't confuse us here. You trying to confuse us.
Okay, go ahead.
He was a campaign spokesman for the CDC.
And he was doing a piece of job.
I come in. Wait. You spoke. Let me speak. He was a campaign spokesman for the CDC, and he saw the CDC as the time as the political institution that had all the glamorous and everything.
So was the time.
Coming. So he decided to support them. And then he saw the Unity Party as a party that he thinks as demon or demonic. Because he didn't say anything about the Unity Party. You listen to the video we played here. He said all the wrongs about the Unity Party.
Of course.
Then you wake up tomorrow. And you go to support the party that you demonize. Is that why you call wisdom?
That's why I said wise man change. That's why I said wise man changes.
Let me read it, George, Mr. Kennedy. Let me read.
I could nearly describe it as the Henry Costa.
That's politics. That's politics.
No. Rev, spoke already. Rev, spoke. It's not a chimers when you spoke. You spoke across the floor.
He didn't go as messy as Henry went.
Okay.
But he went bad.
You went very bad.
Yeah, he went bad. Frankly, when we young people, when we made mistake,
we should admit
to the mistake. His expression there against Ambassador President, that time, former Vice President Bouakai, was just completely misplaced, because probably he knew the former Vice President's history, but he refused to go back to it to already tell the Liberian people who he was, because he was competing against him. If you make all of those statements and you go back, the thing is probably you could be fighting for recognition and trust within a particular institution. Kanyo is a brilliant young man. I love him. I really admire him a lot. But sometimes we the young people, this is a lesson that we have to learn. We have to be careful with our utterances. I agree that wise man changes. The first thing probably that will even save him a bit, he's already said, because the president is a reconciliatory person, he will apologize. To say, probably I did so during the campaign. I was in the political something. Okay. I said a lot of negative things. Even in his endorsement statement of the government issue, he will even say, so I was on the other side of the aisle, and I said a lot of things that were somehow condescending towards you, Mr. President, when you were vice president and political candidate against my side. But I do apologize, and now I see you doing a lot of good things, so I came to support your government. I think it would have been...
That apology was lacking.
Yeah, it was lacking. I thought that, even though the president would not demand you to apologize, I thought that if
your conscience
should have taught him something to go back, not to repeat what he said. I just said exactly probably what I said, or even say better than what I said. But I think this is a lesson for every one of us. We should be mindful when we have our side.
So what does that say about individual of that nature? What does that say about his consistency and character as well.
You see, in politics, consistency most of the time refer to certain characters that see themselves as heading the ticket. Inconsistency is always with the down ballot people.
George.
Most often, as honorable man, please.
You have political class. Yes.
I know. I agree. Is he one? Is Kanye one? The answer is no. So you expect down the level there, you will see people jumping from one political party to the other because they have not really settled.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go in a party, you have not given the kind of recognition. You remember Kanye was sent to the LACC during the former administration, right? I think he was withdrawn or something happened. I don't really know the story.
Yeah.
So probably he thought that when he fought by, he will get better opportunity. I mean, let's face the reality, honorable. I support Kanye. I mean, I know that his late father, may his soul rest me, was a good friend to Ambassador Boakai, now President Boakai. They were best of friends. But the old man advising him in the past to support the Unity Party, he refused. This is clear story. I think he would tell you, he refused. And he went on the other side. At the end of the day, say all the bad things came by. He's accepted. He's back home probably.
He came back on a sentencing.
I agree with Mr. Sandy's definition. I agree with Mr. Sandy's definition of centrism. The only word I don't agree with him when he used the word neutrality. I agree with Karl Marx when he said that the word neutrality can only be referred to a baby who does not know the difference between wrong and right. So long you know the difference between wrong and right. Any situation happening here, if you don't physically participate in your heart, in your mind, you will take a side with someone. So you see, so that happens. So I couldn't take under no condition somebody tell me they are centrists. I think it will be very neutral. You have some healing agenda. You may not expose it, but one or other, you are having soft spot for something.
Let's hear from you, Dave.
Yeah, but the fact here is that
I come 1 minute.
The thing is,
David's speech.
Kanye said all those things about President Boakai, his past, and because he was a campaign spokesperson of the Congress of Democratic Change that was going against the Unity Party. So they did expect Kanye to have said negative things against the CDC in favor of Unity Party when in fact he was a campaign spokesman.
Then the point is, it's better you come clear and clean and direct to say, look, as former spokesman of the campaign team of CDC, I'm going to support Unity Party. Then to come under the canopy of centrism.
Well, let's look at the word centrist. Who was a centrist?
Even with that,
the definition of a centrist. First of all, the word centrist is a noun, right? A person who takes a position in the political center. In the political center.
Yeah.
This is the meaning.
Yeah. That's what Moses said.
And that's what I said.
So Kanye has taken a position.
What are you doing? What are you doing? That's what the youth is doing. That's what
Center, the CDC and Unity Party.
Now where the centrist will be doing
It's speech of the neutrality.
Yeah.
I don't want to agree with neutrality.
You're between them. No, come in. You are between. You're not for. You're not against. You are between.
You guys will get a different way.
Saba. Here is the thing. Kanye was on the side of the unit of the CDC, right? And at that time, he was for the CDC. So everything about CDC was positive. Everything about the Unity Party was negative. Now that CDC was given an exit, was booted out of power, Kanye has now realized that, look, this old man that I was critical of, he seems to be the best leader from his deliverables, from the kind of job he's doing.
That one saying, the point is, they should have come as a former CDC campaign spokesman, directly go to the old man and say, "Oh man, I'm sorry," and listen. But to come on the canopy, that's the point.
So he's supposed to have gone to the old man right now. You say he's supposed to have gone to the old man and apologize. And then I'm wondering whether the old man has any problem or had any problem with
But the
Kanye
woman will
for the
have.
statements he made.
No, but the woman will have. I mean, given the statement he made, the woman will have. So you don't have to say,
Mr. Tagwe, personally, the woman may not have, but his
Surrounding.
his surroundings,
Mhm.
with those kind of languages coming out at the time, I mean, I agree with you. Nobody expected him to have said any promotional things about but the people who you buy him off, or the individual who you buy him off, you decided to go back. I would be conscious enough to tell, if I would say it publicly, during
to
that time, I would
apologize,
say,
yeah.
look, I said a lot of things. We were on the other side of the aisle. What we said there were political things that we were saying.
throwing me
So I think
I
I think that the
I
negative.
thought he was very clear.
I think the other side of it is that the
Yeah.
fact that he can come from the CDC, that he praised yesterday against the Unity Party. The Unity Party now, like you mentioned, the issue of Costa. The Unity Party is dealing with Costa cautiously.
Yeah,
Because
so
he's
you expect them to deal with
so Unity Party is cautiously dealing with Costa because he's a man who you cannot trust.
So
Put your
can I say
confidence in.
something?
So similarly, with Kanye Barbara somersaulting in favor of the Unity
Yeah,
Party,
so
the
that-
Unity Party will cautiously deal with
So-
it.
Okay, Moses
Yeah,
can come in.
yeah,
Moses
yeah.
can come in.
Look, I listen to everybody, and Josh, not because you agree with me, but I want to say thank you for being very honest.
Thank you.
This time around, you guys are
No. When it comes to the issue with
And thank you so much, John. Look, we have to be honest at all times.
only Edwin was flip flopping.
You cannot come under the canopy
Yeah.
of centrism, which basically focuses on what? Being in the middle.
In the middle, yeah.
And you take the group you call centrism group and take it to a political
So what are
party.
you suggesting to change the name of the group?
Of
Is that
course,
what you're suggesting?
it defeats the whole purpose.
No, actually,
When you are, so
yeah,
let
yeah.
me.
Actually, it's an irony. It's an irony
Yeah,
to be a
it's
centrist movement
it's an irony.
and take a
And
side.
look, like the honorable said, everyone has the right to associate and disassociate. Had Councillor Barbara gone to say, hey, I support the leadership of the Unity Party, Mr. President, I endorse everything you do. That would be his constitutional right. Nobody would say anything about that. But you come and go under the canopy, under the disguise of being a centrist. Then you go, you pledge political party, political loyalty. How do you reconcile that?
Okay,
So
so
tomorrow,
then-
yes, go ahead. So
Yes. No, just lay your thought quickly.
You say you
Land on your thought quickly.
land on your thought, Moses.
yes, so what I was saying is that as a centrist, this is what you do. If if the CDC comes up and says something right or does something good in the interest of the country, you say, yeah, this is good for our country. The UP does the same thing, you say yes. The UP is in the wrong, you can say, hey, UP, we are friends though, but on this one you are wrong. Then people will respect you for who you are. And this
Okay.
is where a lot of guys find it difficult. Even people in government find it difficult to deal with me. They are my good friends. When they are in the wrong, I call them out. Not because you're my friend.
So, let's go with that, Moses. Yeah, Rep, coming quickly. I want to read this.
Actually, help me. I'm not just getting something here. Is it that can you turn over the central movement to Unity Party, or he gives support to push the agenda?
But the
I just
man
want to
went,
get a
yeah, honorable, the man went as a centrist. That is where he blundered. There was no need to go and pledge political loyalty. No, you are a centrist. You are for the people.
Moses, you are not answering
You are
me.
in the middle.
Let
Yeah,
me
honorable
start
way.
with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Let me start
honorable.
with it.
So,
I'm asking.
yeah,
Did he
the
turn
man
over?
went.
Did he turn over the central movement to the party?
Honorable, he pledged political loyalty. And that is very simple to interpret. If you pledge political loyalty, are you now in support 100% of whatever group?
Oh.
If your answer is
No,
yes,
he's wrong.
then
He's
what
wrong.
make
I
you a
agree with you,
centrist?
Okay, so gentlemen, Moses, let me hold you there quickly.
They found a common ground.
The phone common ground. Let me hold you there, Moses, and read this this letter. Days after meeting President Boakai, centrism diaspora leader resigns, citing betrayal of centrism principles. James Coyle, you can never support the You always said, man, you can be blind loyalist. Yeah, you are totally a blind loyalist. Yeah, Edwin, you are totally a blind loyalist. It's unfortunate, my man. You're an upcoming lawyer. You go to school as a lawyer. Then you look at the black, you get the white. It's unfortunate, my man. All right, let me read that communication, please. James Coyle, former head of Secretariat for the Liberal Political Centrism Movement Diaspora Network, has formally resigned from the movement, citing a departure from its founding values. In a letter dated December 1, 2025, addressed to the executive chairman in Monrovia, Coyle expressed disillusionment with the movement's shift away from balanced people-centered politics. He emphasized that the current trajectory no longer aligns with his convictions and called for a return to the movement's original ideals. Gentlemen, so the diaspora head of the centrism movement today tendered in his resignation. He said, no, they've been betrayed by Kanu Bagbala. Now, with this resignation and with the decision taken by Kanu, I want us to look at it from this perspective. And I want to ask, Kanu supported CDC, which all of us know. He made some disparaging comments against the Unity Party and the president as well, the current president. He has decided now to support him on what he call centrism movement. Gentlemen, is Kanu basically doing so for job seeking, or he's doing so for he's doing it from a perspective of a mind that's honest? So let me hear from you, David Tabor.
Well, from my perspective, I think Kanu is being realistic with his position. I think Kanu is convinced and taken away by the achievements of the government. I think that's what leading him. Kanu has said so many times, I've listened to him repeatedly, he's not in search of a job, even though people can say it, but underneath it, they're looking for a job. But Kanu is an educated person, he's a lawyer, and praising the government in most cases doesn't mean that the person is looking for a job. Perhaps the person can be carried away by the achievement, the changes he's saying, the style of governance, the excitement among the citizens as to the achievements and the deliverables of the government. Somebody can be carried away. It's just that the name of his group doesn't match with the position he's taking. That's why he's being criticized. But somebody can be carried away by the achievements or the sort of governance of a particular political party.
Okay.
And then fall in love with that party. Fall in love with that party. Yes, others would interpret it. In most cases, people place support to political parties in search of job. I mean, going by the Kekura Koto way back, popular saying that wherever the sun shines, the way you hang your clothes. People looking for opportunities. People looking for, people looking for opportunities. people looking for opportunities and want to be with us. People that are proud to associate with a group or a person who succeeded.
Okay.
In a particular.
Okay. Let's go there. Moses, I'm sure you heard the question. Kanu before then with the
you talk about the resignation of the guy. I wanted to comment on that.
Quickly.
To me, I don't know how many members does the the centrism movement have, because one person stepping aside from a particular group, maybe with 100 persons as members, I think it's inconsequential. His parting company with, I mean, to me,
You say it's a betrayal of the principles of centrism.
yeah, that's his position he's
Okay.
taking. But leaving the centrism movement, what negative impact does it have on
Okay,
the
all right, let's hold that. Moses, you can come in quickly with your perspective on that.
Yeah, let me begin by disagreeing with my brother David Tagbe.
Yes,
For
sir.
him to say that the resignation of the CEO, the chief executive officer, a very prominent position in the organization, for you to describe that as inconsequential, I beg to differ. That's a very critical position this person
I accept
has.
your opinion, sir.
Yes, and the reason stated, he said, "Hey, my man, you went off tangent. This is not what we were organized for." He spoke to the deception of the counselor. And don't get me wrong, there are followers of this person. There could be 10, there could be 4, there could be 5. That can also contribute what? To the disintegration of the very group. Again, David, like that we all agree here. The nomenclature, the canopy that the counselor used or is using to make himself popular with this administration is a wrong canopy. He has the right to say, Mr. President, I am with you 100%. But don't pretend to be a centrist.
Okay.
You are not a centrist. Okay, now, let me say this. I listened to the counselor a number of times, and he says, well, he's not looking for a job. However,
Yeah.
this is the key word I want you to take into consideration. I heard him say, however, if offer any opportunity by President Joseph Yuma Boakai, he will accept. The man is basically insinuating, I'm saying out of this thing with an open mind, and I'm actually looking to work for you. That's all.
Okay,
That's
let's
what
go
this
in
man
there.
is looking for. He's looking for a
Let's
job.
go in there. Let's go in there. He's looking for a job. Representative Molba, let's hear your take on that. Representative Molba? Okay, it seems like he's off. Josh.
Yes, I think.
Silver.
Yes.
Yeah,
For
go ahead, Honorable.
me, I see it different. You getting me, right?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I see it different. One thing, this central movement, this entire central movement is not an NGO. They are not there to share food. So in the United States, you have limits, but in Liberia, it's political. So whosoever resign. I think what Kanye did is in the interest of this country, and we wish that we have organization that will push the agenda of the president. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, George.
I mean, it is his decision when it comes to we want to looking at as to whether the intention is he really meant well with his intention, whether he's honest with his intention. Well, the future will tell because the history is not good on his side, right?
Yeah, sure.
So we see the future. As I said, I'm a fan of Councillor Kanye Bala. He's a very bright young man. He's brilliant, and he's a professor at a law school, Louis Arthur Graham School of Law. And yes, no matter how much money anybody got, you will still want to go look for money. As Warren Buffett, I mean, how to call him, Elon Musk, will still be going around bringing Starlink to Liberia, giving it to us expensive, and because they're still looking for money as billionaires. In fact, he will soon be trillionaire. So I know one thing I see, Kanye, I think the honest aspect Mr. Tagbe was referencing that my mind could run on is they're trying to break this strong resistance of the United Party in Grand Guinea, that the United Party can do better. You know, the Grand Guineans, you know, as a young person who the people believe in, and looking at what the United Party is doing, trying to take the quota road to Grand Guinea, and, you know, and that's why the Grand Guineans want. I see him trying to come in to try to press the government, to help press the government to carry on those things. That's a good intention I'm looking at from there. I know he blundered, but I see the kind of honesty in his intention that he wants to do.
Yes, Ed.
So Kanyo, like George said, Kanye, as a son of Grand Guinea, I think have seen what somebody who he did not support, somebody who the people of Grand Guinea did not support in almost 2 successive elections, what they have done in the shortest possible time for the people of Grand Guinea.
Okay.
And it is not only Kanye alone. Even when we listen to Honorable Zoe Emmanuel Pena, he said it, in fact, on this radio, that Grand Guinea will not be there as, you know, the stepping stone for some political party, and they will sit on the fence and not, you know, say whether the good has been done or not. The very first thing I think Kanye have seen that President Salif was there for 12 years, never thought about, you know, giving a son from Grand Guinea a befitting funeral, whether it was cosmetics or so. President Weah, who they looked at as the son of this man, Samuel Kanya Doe, they didn't do it for 6 years. President Boakai came and did it within 2 years. So to him, he's seen the other side of this man that he probably did not feel that they were on the same political footing or so. But he's seen that this man has given more to a country that did not support him than the people who supported him. So to him, in his mind, that look, we're probably looking at this man from a different angle. But I think as a Grand Guinean, I think I need to come close to him. And for the man who this associated, you know, this is my problem, right? And I think Honorable Moloba asked this question: did Kanyo take the centrism movement to President Boakai and say, I'm coming to join the United Party? No. They pledged their support based on what you're doing. We think we actually align with your idea.
This is totally wrong. That would have said for which he did resign.
Well, he has the right to do
okay,
so.
let me hold you there because you want to.
He has a right to affiliate
us here again. Yeah, Dave, come here. Dave, let's hear from you.
He spoke.
Oh, he spoke. Yes, spoke. All right. So, gentlemen, no, but you want to confuse us here. You want to speak like a lawyer. You see the black, you want to call it white. Okay, gentlemen, let's listen to this video quickly. Let's listen to the video. That's our final topic for tonight. Let's play the video quickly. The video that has to do with the lawmakers. I know one of them in studio already, so you join us. You
know that you know the kind of person you are.
Oh, but I want police.
So I'm going to a program. So can I go see? And I go. Call crowd play or park. And so because I had to go, so I was in the that though I'm a lawmaker. Okay, my plate is on the back of my car and at the front of my car, Vivi. So I'll give you the order to tell you that I'm a licensed driver. I'm a lawyer about the person. Take my driver's license and walk away. Okay? So then I left. When I got to say, he drove behind me to see and park and came from in the behind the car while I was parking. I don't know what kind of thing, how it just, what arm or what that was. If you knew that I committed a crime, you know, traffic violation, I gave him a driver's license, issue me a ticket. Or you want me to touch me with the car, touch me in the car, because I don't want to get a car anyway, you want to know that the car. So then why you come after me? So I just politely so when I got on, then I tested corporate, the common, RG. I wrote him a lengthy text, and I explained. Then he sent me a voice recording. In that voice recording, you're a professional. He was apologetic. He said, look, I'm on the highway. When You called me, I couldn't answer because I on the highway, and the call coming disjointedly. But after I read your text, and I apologize on behalf of the officer, but I will come and I will look into the matter. That's okay. But it's been last Friday, tomorrow Friday, and I'm getting feedback from him. Then I ran to the gray man David yesterday. He was stabbing car over the place, behaving as if he's the only policeman in the squad again. I mean, really full stop. So they have slowed down, saying, "So can I get $100 for you, chief?" He said, "No, I will not give you $100. I will pay $100 to your office with a ticket." So for real, so they bring it. 2 days ago, you have not brought $100. You have should be your ticket. You are saying that you are the respectfulness, and I don't think any other person but me. I don't think I deserve being respected about. They respect about a police officer who's supposed to be strength to put their lives at poverty. So that is why I wrote plenary to the speaker to invite he and the police director to come and get reasons why it can be held liable. Then I also put forward another communication calling for the assignment of armed police to us. The cabinet minister and have police assigned to them. We are doing elected government officials.
What were you doing differently? What sort of difference were you making?
Okay, so let's begin with Representative Molba. I don't know whether he's on. He's from the lower house he's from the House of Representatives. His colleague has written the plenary to prevail on the police authorities to provide each of the lawmakers police protection. Rep, what's your takeaway? Representative Molba, can you unmute?
I think Sober, yeah. Are you getting me?
Yes, go ahead.
Are you getting me?
Go ahead.
All right. All right. From my end, on what I look at is this. I look at it 2 ways. I think I had similar experience as Honorable Kuya was saying. Mine took place at the Bannersville Junction Driver Market, where I met a police guy, very drunk, who told me that you guys feel not to increase our pay. You refuse to increase our pay and will not show your respect, right? So I think that's risks. In order to mitigate risks, we have to have police assigned to us. I think it's not a bad thing, but it should be done not with the budget. It should be done with what we have within our scope, because we have security. We are entitled to security from those that we are employing. So the 2 security that we have to employ should be directed to the police, where the police can institute that, so that we can have police, security. But this thing is not just in Liberia; it's in 38 African countries. Let me tell you, Sabor. It's in Botswana, it's in Mauritius, it's in Morocco, it's in South Africa, it's in Ghana, it's in Nigeria. You have police escorting the representative, the parliamentarian, right? So I think it's not a bad thing to have something here, because we are rigged.
Rep, in essence, you say people at risk. So you want 2 police officers each assigned to a lawmaker. 2 police officers each, right?
No, not 2. I believe 1. 1 is enough.
Okay. All right. Let's hear from you.
One police officer to a lawmaker is enough.
Okay. Thank you. We heard what you said. Moses, I'll begin with you. What's your takeaway? The lawmakers are asking for police protection.
Look, I understand. Yeah, Honorable, with all due respect to you, sir, I beg to differ, and I will give a couple of reasons why I think we should not do this. It is very costly. It is very costly, Honorable. I mean, let's look at our police force, the size of our police force. Honorable, you live in Liberia, you travel the country every day or on a consistent basis. some of the leeward areas. You go, maybe you have only 2 police officers in the entire district because the police is wild. The police has limited police
Small
officers.
size, small size.
Police,
So small,
the police,
small
yeah,
police.
it's small size of police force. We have limited logistics for the police officers. We don't have the money to fund the activities. You have 103 persons in the legislature. When you assign 103 police officers, how
Who
many
protects the
officers are you going? How many officers are you going to assign to Nukutown, Painesville, Caldwell?
Bagleve,
But you got police assigned
Yeah,
to
do
the
you have?
executive, the
Yeah.
minister, assistant minister.
Level G,
So
They
no,
assigned with police.
so no,
Those are not inform you.
yeah,
disaster.
yeah,
Those
so
are not
no,
inform
so no,
you.
let me
These
give us
guys
a
always want everything for themselves.
Those
you
are
know,
not
you know
inform
what,
you. The executive
yeah,
assistant
honorable,
minister, they are assigned with
But
police.
rep, give the man kiss now.
no,
They are
honorable,
not
that
elected.
is,
They are appointed. They are appointed officials assigned with police.
yeah, honorable, this is
And
too
the
costly
paperwork for
for
police
us.
now, the police were not enough. We did that
Yeah,
quickly.
no, honorable, that is where again, as a government, we need to sit down and figure out what can be done. I agree. Some of the people in your executive not supposed to be carrying police officers behind them. You minister, you don't need no police officer behind you. Because we have a very small size of police officers. We need to serve our communities. All we need to do what? Do the right thing. When you're doing the right thing, you need not worry because nobody coming looking for you.
Okay.
So it's
All right,
too
Moses, let's
costly.
go with that. Let's go with that, Moses. There, Dave.
Yeah, you know, look, I don't know whether the legislature has someone who does research for them
Mhm.
in terms of the kind of situations. Yeah, because a police officer stops a lawmaker's vehicle and asks for license. So the person is suggesting that police officers be assigned. But is it mandatory under Liberian law that each lawmaker that assign a police officer? No. Yes, that's the thing. With my little research I did,
Mhm.
it is not mandatory under Liberian law for individual legislators to be assigned police officers. The law does, however, provide certain privileges regarding their arrests, and ensure the legislature has the prerogative to provide for its security as a body. Now, then this is other thing. No mandatory individual assignment. The Liberia Constitution and the Liberia National Police Act of 2016 do not contain provisions that mandate the assignment of an individual police officer for every single lawmaker or legislator.
There's absolutely no law.
No law that backs that. So before they are lawmakers, they are the one making the laws. Before you come public with these kind of things, do your research. Do your research as to what the law says about that. What does the Constitution say about that? But you just get up as a lawmaker, you're supposed to be making the law and be educating people about the law. You know, you are proving your inadequacy, academic inadequacy. Because first of all, if I'm a lawmaker, before I say anything of this nature, I'm gonna do my research. I'm gonna do a research and understand what the law says about that.
So I'm not going to go.
I hope you don't want to circumvent the law.
I'm not going to go against the law, but the lawmakers themselves have certain privileges, as he said. They cannot be arrested while going to or coming from sessions or so. So I don't think because a police officer stopped them, and they have official plate that identify them as lawmakers. Now, the issue of security is cardinal, right? But also in their various offices, they have certain amount of staffs. and that particular amount of staff is supposed to cover up to their securities.
Yeah.
So therefore, it is not basically the state that's supposed to provide that security for them.
But we're looking for them, sir.
In fact, they even have Capitol Police. They should have Capitol Police. So they have their own budget, right? They can ask the police to help them train the Capitol Police so that they can assign them to every lawmaker. Because like we're saying, and again, is a way of also providing job for other people. Because if you have, let's say, about 20 or 25 Capitol Police just up Capitol Hill just to mine the facility, you can train maybe up to 100, 103, so that at least every lawmaker has one of those guys assigned
would they be wearing police
to
uniform?
them. No.
Would they be carrying arms?
The Capitol,
They wear the same Capitol, stuff.
Capitol Police.
Where again, that has to be done with the acquiescence of the police.
So whether they carry arms or not.
Whether they will carry arms or not, and even if they're going to carry arms,
they have to be trained.
They have to be trained to that arm. They're not going to be carrying long range. Maybe it's just a pistol on their side, like the EPS do or so.
Okay.
But I think security is cardinal because we live in a fragile state. I don't care what we do, and these guys are debating issues in parliament. They are there countering each other. They could go in the public and get attacked.
Okay. Yes.
So when was the last time a lawmaker was attacking
Not because
public?
it has not happened. So
when was the last time a lawmaker was attacking public? When was the last time a criminal joined over the fence of a lawmaker to harm him? We haven't heard that. No. It's very, very rare for us to hear that. So they're not vulnerable.
Okay.
So why do they need security police to be assigned to an individual?
And
let's hear from George.
I'd like to come out with this very clear. I'd like to start with the driver lesson issue. The police officer was right. And the only problem I have is the time it's taking for him to issue the ticket.
It takes too long.
Right? Yes. When you are driving with an aspired driver lesson or you're not traditional police officer, no matter what, except the VIP. I mean, nobody else. When the law says while going to or coming from session, he cannot be arrested, but he can only be arrested for felony or treason. Yeah. So with that, I think the police officer is supposed to move faster to issue the ticket and without any fear. The second thing is, look, the police director says he needs additional $12 million to build the strength of the national police to some capacity. All right? Some level of strong capacity. They are there on the budget. The budget is right before them. And Mr. Fambule put it very rightly about the Capitol Police. You can plan this for even the 2027 budget. Working with the LMP to train the Capitol Police to assign each officers on you.
Yeah.
But I do agree that they need some level of security. I do agree.
Yeah, sure.
But how or where the security should come from, that's where our Capitol Police should be trained to do it between now and the 2027.
Use private security.
It could be very expensive. It could be very expensive because they will be paying the private security above the average salary of the LMP, officers, which could bring private.
But they have their own member salaries in the legislature.
So
they could use his private security firm.
They could do that because at the end of the day, even though it was a military government, when my father was a representative, look, man, something to I said 10 studio man.
10 studio man. Okay, imagine that.
Look at the group. The man look at the group. What in the on the farm? The man look at the group. He said no. He ran away. Only one person left that time. Was one guy he took called John. Probably he passed away too. And I mean, those days when military things, right? It was not police, it was purely military. Okay. And a lot of things used to happen that we used to see. So I think the needs for security, but they need to plan it well.
Yeah.
Actually, looking at the Capitol Police,
okay. All right, gentlemen, so time has cut off. Let's just take a few calls quickly. 0778-460-793. If we have some callers, because we opened the lines very late. 0778-460-793. Or better still, 0886-050507. Again, 0886-050507. or the alternative line 0776 540-987. Again, 0776 540-987. That's the numbers to call, and you are live on the nighttime heat. Well, tonight we've been looking at whether the Unity Party is losing its grip in the Nimba County amid the low turnout of the fundraiser held over the weekend. We also been looking at President Boaka's birthday celebration. Was it an opulence? My panelists also weighed on that. We also been looking at the centrist movement that pledges support to President Boaka and the men heading the centrist movement. We've been discussing that as well. And then finally, we've been looking at what are the police, what are lawmakers should be assigned police officers. That's the last discussion. You can put your calls on 0778 460-793. Again, 0778 460-793, or better still 0886 050507. Again, 0886 050507, or the alternative line 0776 540-987. That's the numbers to call, and you are live. Let me take this first caller quickly. Good evening. Yeah. 1 minute, and let's.
An interesting era of centrism.
Okay.
I think the way you're talking about centrism, you're only limiting it to the literal meaning of centrism. That's the person who is a centrist. The person who is a centrist is someone who has a particular thing or person or place as their most important interest. Okay? So, if you just limit the meaning of centrist to the literal meaning, their literal meaning is static. But the one who is a centrist is dynamic. And centrist has depth. Is there a social centrist or a political centrist? And these groups are political centrist. They got a particular person or place or thing as the most important interest. So probably that's why they took President Boaka as a person. Centrist is about focus. Having your focus at the center of something. Okay? So the attitude of a centrist is different from just the literal meaning.
Okay.
So you're just linking the conversation to the literal meaning of centrist. If that's a simple person, is not static.
Okay.
Because literal meaning is in the center, so you just sit in the center.
Okay.
So what if you are between disappointment and hope? When you are between sadness and happiness, you will have to lean somewhere will be your interest.
Okay. Many thanks. Many thanks. Many thanks. We really appreciate your time. Let's try to take other calls quickly. 0778 460-793, or better still 0886 050507, or the alternative line 08776 540-987. Let's take this call on the line quickly. Good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Transparent brother in the studio. Good evening to you.
Okay.
You see, one of our brother was talking in the studio there concerning about the birthday. Every man get their own way of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
But in Liberia here, we believe that when you are a leader, you're not ready to do anything that make you feel happy. And it is wrong. When you make somebody leader, they get the right to celebrate themselves.
That's
and
fine.
most especially, the Papa take the birthday celebration from the city. He went on a farm. For some of us, we have seen many government parties here. When they have a party, when you not attend the party, you will get problem. But not how the Papa run his government. The Papa running his government as an old man. If you have feeding for him, you go. If you don't have feeding for him, you sit down. But my brother, you let's be transparent for our children to come.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't be sticking on one thing, something that will make our children confused tomorrow. When the other person celebrate their birthday, we take it to be a big issue. Okay, I don't see that thing to be any issue.
Okay.
I don't see it to be any issue. Carrying rumors around that he spent $700,000 for birthday. public it might be, but it can be from the government cover.
Okay. All right.
Because the government is a brand new man and it's responsible. And then all of person around and say, oh, President Baka, because of the well done you are doing in Liberia, I bless this to you for your birthday. It can happen. We are human. You let's stop the cheap propaganda in this one village. But let's come together in Liberia and build Europe.
Okay.
So let's forget about the party putting.
Why you can say lofting and build?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You made your point. Thank you. Thank you very much. You made your point. 077-846-0793 or better still 0886-050507. Again, 0886-050507 or better still 0776-540-987. Good evening. Yes, sir. Let's hear from you. Your name.
Thank you for fortunately I can get you.
Okay. Okay, Pascal. Yeah.
Thank you. So let me say thanks to Moses. You know, every time he speaks, I see real sense and logic. Look, we need people like you in our country. You know, the lawmaker Mo has dedicated his entire life to just appearing on the show. I mean, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Appear everything. 2029 will determine whether you watch it. I want to say this. Cameo was considered a lion in 2023. You remember he was the spokesperson for campaign team. There's Jawad Bureau, Jawad Bio Park, Jawad the Free Tuition, Jawad Bio NPE, LPRC, Maritime, and more and other people said he was lying. So how come he's being embraced? Despite the government on a Baka being considered as a lawless government. You read the MCC report. What did they say about resources? It said the government is not protecting the resources of the country. It says President Baka government is ineffective. That's what it says. It says trade policy is lacking in the government. Look, I mean, what the other two guys see, what their panelists see. I don't know whether they can read some of it. While listening to them, I can be one. Look, brother, we can pour our summer in river and buy everywhere.
Okay. Okay. So we have to take other calls now quickly.
Yeah. So I'm concluding. It is Cameo right. It is sending Liberia right to support whoever he wants to support. Yeah,
Okay.
Yesterday, how people was criminal. Today, he's not a criminal because he was guilty. This is how they are.
Okay. All right. Many thanks. You made the point. Let's just call on the line quickly. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's hear from you.
Thank you, and good evening to all panelists on the panel tonight. William Covey, I joined this conversation from this today.
Okay.
Well, let's appreciate all of you. If somebody wants to bring an argument and say, you know, let's support to the government, it means no for me. I found it difficult that I particularly found centrism. In my mind, in Liberia, we have institutions in our governance space. The national election are politically independent. They do not take sides. But yet the commissioner that will announce the election result has the right to go and register and vote. So if we say that institution is a centrism movement, it means they should be back into any election activities. You should not have the before we talk about voting. The security apparatus, they are independent, right? But they still have the right to vote. They take part in election. But yet they say we call them independent. Why would we not call Canio and his movement as independent? Then you want to link them to the United Party? No, that thing ain't no fair as a patriotic citizen.
Okay.
He doesn't want to take time to the politics of being preaching the acquisitions, those people who lost the election to be causing chaos in the country. So I think regarding the issue about the president for FA, look, the president is not living in an opulence. The fact that you reach that age of 80, if I was the president, let's say God bless 80, got 2 days celebration of my birthday.
Okay.
To do any celebration, but it's not great. You have to. Do you know how many people wanted to reach that far?
Okay, Paul, thank you, Mr. Point. Yeah.
The issue about the lawmaker foundation, look, these guys are right. Because people make 10,000 and we stay bad and car, we get this class, we just make car that we buy for them. But yet, then they say, what's up? Say they may be away every day to go to work within a people say right to be responsible.
I agree with you. Thank you very much. I think another call is on the line. Thank you very much. 077-846-0793 or better still 0886-050507 or better still the alternative line 0776-540-987. I'm sure we'll have about 9 minutes to go. 0776-540-987. That's the alternative line, or 0778-460-793. I have to keep this number 0778-460-793. That's the number to call, and you are live on the Nighttime Heat. Let's hear from you. Good evening. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good evening. I'm happy to be on your network this evening. Good evening to the party.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, Puni. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, speak from a very wet Bushwa Island. I'd like to say hats off to your panelists. And this of our democracy, the disagreement is healthy. It's very much primary health. I support Cameo. The first thing I expected from you is, Ishmael, if you have audio between President Cameo, so the public guy, the police officer, and the lawmaker stuff, you should play here and let that just it. That's the first thing to get a word of opportunity. However, do you know that the coronavirus and Chubwaka, they were very bitter prior to the collaboration of MDR in the Unity Party? These things, are you aware you hear between Trump and his vice in the party? Were you guys able to historicalize the United States election? What I want to say to you is that these things are normal. You remember between the Manny Shimon back then, 2011, the collaboration before the merger, the Salif at that time and Shimon were. So these things would centric Cameo press. Are you aware that grandchildren received 200,000 United States dollars and on the drugs we have for 6 years they received 35,000? He's impressed. Yeah, he was spokesman. He's seen a lot of funny men for grandchildren. The road network, this of the former president and his wife. So he's seen the trickle down effects, and there's nothing wrong in supporting the PPP. They were very unique. You saw the and the split that occurred between them. Even the coronavirus, some despicable people, President Parker, when you guys are opponent.
Okay.
You guys are opponent. So we welcome Cameo, and Cameo has seen the light, and he's staying with.
So he was in the darkness before. Was he in the darkness before?
Thank you, guys.
Oh, okay, I think another call is trying to call in 0778-460-793. That's the number to call. 0778-460-793. We have another number here. 0886-050507. Again, 0886-050507. Or the alternative line 0776-540-987. 0776-540-987. That's the number to call and to allow. Let me take this number quickly. Good evening.
Mark Fire, calling from Prospect.
Okay.
My concern has to do with the honorable man that complained the police that the policemen they respected him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, our honorable people in the country, they believe that when you are honorable man, there are some things you're not supposed to partake in, and it is wrong. We all are Liberians, despite the positions. And you understand when you are driving with expired license, over several occasions I have seen some honorable people, they don't even drive with license. Yeah, because they believe in a power or they believe in a position. It is wrong. Driver license is different from your positions. And that job, that two different jobs there. The policeman is doing a job. They are signing on the road to check for people that have license and drive. if you don't have election, whether it's presidential, it should be or you go through the proper channel, you get election like the others. So he shouldn't be sitting there telling the police that the police they respect him. If the police were coming walk to the fence and arresting there or throw truck at him, he got the right to say the police they respect him. But he get in a car with expired license. Oh my God. If I were to be the policeman out there, I will pull you over and back you properly and issue you ticket.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. You made your point. You made your yeah. Thank you. Made your point. Thank you. Let's take the last caller quickly on the line. Let's take the last caller. Hello. Yes.
I want to talk on the birthday of His Excellency.
I think you're calling from Tottenham, brother. Let him identify himself properly.
Yeah.
People talking about the money. Now, I am from the village where his wife comes from. When we heard about his birthday, we decided to contact him. Thank you as our in-law. We got oil and we got goats. We got raising goats in our village. And we bring the goat with the oil that you were using to cook for the food to eat. Look on the who made the presentation. You will see that record there. Does that mean that the money that they are talking about, the gold that we brought, the day after my and the sheep that they all brought to be added to the money that they are talking about, they use? Is that government money? The money that we brought to him? Is that money we brought to him? We did our own mind. And you will see people brought chicken. Some people brought cassava. Some people brought edels. Some people brought fufu. Look on the record. So when people talking about the celebration, we did it on our own because why? He's our president. Yeah, he is our in-law.
Okay.
And we got to show him that we are all for him and we're going to be with him until.
Okay. So what's your name? What's your name?
My name is Moja.
Momo, I just celebrated my birthday. I should come there for my goat.
I'm thinking cassava tomorrow.
Okay.
Come behind his house. I have 4 acres of land. I feel cassava. I'm digging it tomorrow. I'm starting digging it tomorrow.
All right. So when I come back, I'll carry a whole bag full. Momo going off. All right, gentlemen, we're not taking calls again because calls are still coming. We are not taking any more calls. Gentlemen, let's try to go around the table quickly. My people, let me take this last one. Let me take this last call. I don't know. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Maurice. I'm calling from Toronto.
Okay, let's hear from you quickly, Maurice.
Well, thank you about this birthday. Both of you about the carry game. I didn't want to reflect on the action. You don't go and you have to call the another country. And now say the rightful thing. And when I did a high man, I know long time to pay. They political money, like Asylum-Maker said that I was going to give. Why should the people in the house take the money and take that amount of money to do something amount of work? Will they do the work for the amount or they do it for the money?
Okay, all right. Okay, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that maybe tomorrow. We'll talk about that. Thank you very much. Okay, gentlemen, let's go around the table. Ed, let's hear from you quickly.
Well, I think it was a good show, and I listened to a lot of the callers, and I think basically some of the points we raised, they also actually back those points. Like the guy that called from Bomi, where he said that many of the people who went to the celebration when they had their own volition, they also took gifts to the president. I think that's actually laudable, you know, because the president is their in-law. And then I think it was good that the president went there to celebrate with his wife, family, and others. Having said that, we'll be here again on Wednesday.
Yeah, hopefully.
We agree to disagree, but we just have to do it, you know, being civil to each other.
Okay,
Thank you.
Dave.
You know, something is becoming a cliche now, you know, in our Liberian society.
So I can't rewind our program.
When people, no, I'm not rewinding anything.
Okay.
When people say when people say something or provide their own opinion on a situation or analysis, the fact that it's not what somebody want to hear, then they say, "Oh, you carry better in a wheelbarrow." And that's absolutely wrong. Everybody will not think like you.
Yeah.
We are not on the show to please people. We're on the show to provide analysis the way we see things going.
Yeah.
So it is not a matter of wanting to please people or carrying Bella in wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
And so it's just a cliche in our society. Quite frankly, look, that's what makes the show. This is what the name suits the show.
Yeah.
It's nighttime heat. So if Moses disagrees or if we disagree with him, that's a heat.
Yeah.
And we feel the heat in there.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what our AC said working, my man.
So just leave it with us.
Okay.
That's how we see things, and that's how we provide the analysis.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Yes, let's hear from you.
Though I said I disagree with him for the way he went, but I believe that he's honest with his declaration of support for the government, and that's Councillor Kanu Barbala, because of some of the reasons that we started here. And I also do not hold the view for now that lawmakers should be provided police protection. I think they should look between 2026, 7 and 8 budget to see how they can train their capital police to assign them, because the police is overstressed. The police is lack logistics and other things, manpower and everything. So I don't think they should be looking to the police. I think they should be looking at their own security at the capital building.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Mo, are you there? Your parting comment? Moses?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, let me express gratitude to all of you. I think it was indeed a great show. We had a very interesting discussion. We disagree and we agree on some of them, and that will make this show very interesting. Let me like to close by quickly saying to my brother, the councillor, Bob Bala, that he has to go back to the drawing table to define whether he's a centrist or he is a supporter of the United Party. He has a constitutional right to declare that, hey, Mr. President, I stand with you 100% as a result of what you are doing. Like Kanyo, like myself and others, if you were to put Mr. Barker today, I would still vote for him because I think he has the capability. He has demonstrated that he's a good leader. But on certain things, I would disagree with him on. So if Mr. Bala is going to be a supporter, he cannot go under the canopy of being a centrist. That just defeats the whole thing. Then he comes straight. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. We're hoping that.
So we have 3 United Parties in here. Moses, Kennedy.
Moses is not a United Party. Moses is a supporter. He's a supporter. He supported the party. He supported the party in the last election.
I see. So okay. Somebody from the party,
Edwin Fambule and George Kennedy are party. Let's try to reference some of our viewers. Henry T. Todd Jr., he said been watching from Cornwall. Francis Todd said been watching from Lookingtown. Victor Mulba, he been watching from Freeport. Ophelia S. George, been watching from home. And Lisa M. Jabba there, been watching from Greenville City. That's where I came from. Papi's Keita, he said been watching from Duper Road. Imara and Sewon, been watching, he didn't say from where. Momo James Corva from Fiaman. Okay, we can say all, we can name all of you. But until then, join us hopefully on Wednesday. Wednesday, I'm sure we likely have some technical problem, but Friday will be on. We're not too sure. Wednesday will be on, but Friday will be on. Until then, Sober George is my name. Have a pleasant weekend. Pleasant night.